Welcome back. This is your next Dollar Tree Amigurumi toolbox to add to your toolkit. So I have tried to do a couple of videos where the things that I find at Dollar Tree that you can do to enhance or embellish your amigurumi. And I believe this is number 3. So I'm going to go with the first thing. So during Mother's Day, I found this little brush kit. Now, you can use these to blush your dolls. But we have 3 different small sizes and a nice little container to keep it contained. And isn't that neat? And even if you didn't want to use it for that, you can use this for your needles, your stitch markers, and probably fit even your hook. So I found this at the Dollar Tree. Now, I often blush my dolls and my bunny ears and bunny cheeks. I usually try to blush. So just like this little one, I gave her some blush. And this one, I gave her some blush. And then for my bunnies, I usually blush their ears. So that is one thing, a very cool kit, because I think you can fit your crochet hooks. Let's give it a try. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. This, let's see, not quite, darn. But this is my favorite 5-inch needle. That will definitely fit. And then of course, some stitch markers to put in here. Or even your little stitch markers can fit in here as well. So that is that, but unfortunately the hook did not fit. I was hoping it would. Here are the brushes. There's 4 of them. So we have an angled brush, which is very cool. We have a very rounded one in case you wanted to get very detailed, maybe with some makeup or around the eyes, like if you wanted to blush something around the eye, give makeup. Yep, very cool. I very much like these. These will be added to my toolbox. The next thing I found, and I did try to use it, but I didn't after all. I think it was a color thing maybe, but I found this at the Dollar Tree, which is a hair, right? And I just thought, well, you could probably use this on your troll dolls. Not troll, gnome dolls. And it's basically a headband. But if you wanted to give synthetic hair, you could clip this off or maybe add it to your dolls. I have not tried this, but saw it and thought, you know, $1.25, it's worth a try. So here is some hair. I do have a doll head. And I think it's going to work perfectly for her. I just need about 5 more of these. Yeah, so you're not going to get a lot, but maybe if I could just get some more. I only bought 1, but it is cute. And if you want to know where this doll head is coming from, it's the Cute Critters. It's a new crochet book for me. Crochet Cuties. This is the extra book I have that will probably end up in a giveaway because it has this sticker. I am trying to make that doll, and there you go. So I would need more strands, but I saw it and I thought, well, this could work with gnomes, maybe the gnome beard, maybe the braids on the side of a gnome girl. So that is your second one. The third thing I got were these sequins, and I just loved all the colors that you get. Now these can be sewn on with embroidery floss, or you could just glue them on like I did with this little doll. I hot glued them on. Maybe not hot glued, E6000, you know, that little glue. to give her dress some sparkle, I put it on there. And I didn't feel like sewing these on because I wasn't feeling that well. And so I ended up gluing them on. So I put them on that one. But you can, I mean, if you can imagine, what if we put it on this little dress, this little frilly dress? I think it would look really pretty. So I got some of these. The other thing I found at the Dollar Tree was this burlap trim. Now, I can't think of where to use this right now, but it came in very different shapes, like a lace. You might find this at the top of a bag or the bottom of a bag, or maybe you gift your crochet and you can tie it up with your nice burlap strings here, because these are nice designed ones, and you get 3 different choices. So I found that. The other thing I found was actual lace. You can use these in your gluing around your, gosh, you can't really see it. It's not totally lacy. It's not stretchy. There's the design. But I saw this and, you know, for $1.25, lace, you can crochet with it even, because that says lace crochet. So it's not stretchy. Okay, so I actually used lace for this pattern. It called for lace. Now, I didn't assemble it very well here, but what you did is just glued it on. So for something like this probably would have worked out better, because this is a little more flexible than this one. So that is what I used that for. This is also from a previous Dollar Tree. I used that for his feet because it's the shape of a heart and it looks like shoes. So that's your other Dollar Tree haul. I also found these lovely glass pearls. And this, again, would be very cute on a dress or a headband for one of your dolls, because they are like a bead because they have a hole in the middle. The only challenging part is finding a needle that will fit through that, because it is very narrow and your regular crochet ones will not fit through these pearls. So you have to find a very thin needle or use a real needle. I mean, a sewing needle. But I could totally use this to embellish a doll dress or a headband, something like that. Or you could make a little flower, something if you wanted to make something elegant. So these are pearls. They came in quite a few sizes here. So that is one thing. The other thing I found was these sequin sheets. They had them in several colors. So you could, if you use this for a mermaid tail, maybe glued it on. I'm not sure about the way it'll behave if you cut it though. Like if it will fall apart. But if you had a mermaid doll, or maybe you made a little patch on a belly of a bear, they could play with it like that. I mean, but for $1.25, again, use it on something that, like as a practice. I always make like a practice amigurumi first, and then based off my first crochet, working it up, then I'll get ideas of, oh, I could do this or I could do that, or I want to change this next time. So I usually try to do a practice one, and with my practice one, I might try something like that to see if it's something I want to use. So it's cool. You could have it blue or purple. So I found this at the Dollar Tree, and it's called a sequin sheet. And like I said, you just get one piece. So I'm going to have to give that a try. Because I have the Zodiac dolls. I have the Zodiac Dolls book, and I wonder if I can get away with using the sequins on the little tail here, or maybe even on just the little fins at the bottom, just for an added detail. So that is what I thought of when I bought the sheet. The other thing I found is not necessarily for amigurumi, but I'm definitely using it for crochet. But I mean, I did use this for measuring my dolls to tell you how tall they were. But this is great for sewing, the L. Especially when you want to line something up and cut it, but you don't know if your ruler is off because you can't see the end. This is what I've been using. So this is cool, this little L ruler. The last thing that I picked up was glue sticks, and not only because my daughter needs them, I'm using them for my crochet journal. So if you have a crochet journal and you're keeping track, you may want to try this. They do have that pretty printed tape as well. I'm just not sure if it works very well. I have a ton of that, so I don't buy it. So yeah, I just got glue sticks just in case. Now, these two things were not at the Dollar Tree. They were at Hobby Lobby, which has 40% off Spring Shop all the time. And I found these cute little buttons with these animals. These are all birds. Well, and I like to use buttons. So I'm always on the lookout for some cool buttons. So I have this one and this one, which has such cute critters. This reminds me of the bee I made. So it has lots of critters in there. So cool. Now this one has the type of a little loop on it where you sew it in like that rather than the holes that go through the other side. I kind of like that better because in the pictures the animal stays intact. You don't have threads or holes in the top here. I forget what those are called. I love those. Okay, so that is it for your Dollar Tree haul. Let me know if any of these intrigued you or you found interesting, and leave it down in the comments. Or maybe you found something at Dollar Tree that you use. Leave it down in the comments for the rest of us to see and see what else we can make. All right, I shall talk to you again soon. Bye.